keep it high, keep it tight. I'm Jay Morris, a review guy, back to bring you another 5-minute review. And I have been absolutely itching to speak to you guys about this album and maybe encourage some of you to listen to it, because I try not to give spoilers about my upcoming videos. Like sometimes I'll give away video ideas on like my stream, which I occasionally do on the weekends. I'm totally not plugging myself. I sometimes will give like information about upcoming videos to people that tune into the gaming streams that I occasionally will do with my friend on the weekend. But I'm going to be making a list, probably one in mid-year and one at the end of the year, which are going to be my favorite albums of the year. And I have a pretty stern victor in mind, and I have since I reviewed it when it came out. And that is Barren Earth's album, A Complex of Cages. But at the same time, we have a challenger to talk about today. Today we're going to be talking about Unique by the band Poem. I am a prog fan. I am a progressive nerd. I love progressive music. This isn't new. I am a huge, huge progressive music fan. And I try to stay up to date with new releases from every type of metal and rock band, and just bands and artists in general. And I try to search for somewhat unknown, somewhat kind of indie in terms of their notoriety. And with the review I did of Haydden album Ragnarok, that turned out great. The band actually replied. They commented on that video, and we have a contender for the top album of the year now. And this is an amazing progressive album. This is a fairly new release. It's from a fairly small label. It's from a band that's not that well known. And I loved this album. The reason I've been itching to talk about it is because I've literally listened to this album, count them, 6 times, 6, and it's not a short album. It is not a short album in any way. I can't put into words the type of album this is. This is a Greek band. They are a progressive rock and metal band, and their atmosphere is fantastic. Their lyricism is fantastic. Their instrumentation is fantastic. The mixing and the sound engineering is fantastic. The foundation and construction of the songs is fantastic. The album art is fantastic. You see where I'm going with this? This is an album that has to be searched, and it's criminal. It is criminal that this band is not more well known. I'm putting money down that they will be eventually, because I'm usually fairly spot on when it comes to predictions with bands like later on, and I have to say, this album is promising. This band is promising. This is their 3rd release. They've released 2 other albums, and I need to go check them out. I have not checked them out. I need to go check them out. I need to get this album on physical copy. I need to do reviews of their other albums. This is a band that is... I'm telling you guys this right now. If I ever make another top 30 favorite rock and metal bands list, because it's always changing about number 10 and up, Poem is going to be on that list. Progressive music has gotten such a resurgence recently. And as a progressive music fan and someone that holds that genre very dear to my heart, and it's what I own the most of, this is an album worth seeking out if you're into progressive music, or if you just want to be adventurous. I'm going to put a link in the description where you can go listen to this album. I'm going to put a link to this band's Bandcamp. Support this band, because they deserve it. They deserve it. They have constructed an album that, for me at least, is a contender for album of the year. And that is saying something, because I have been very, very stern on Barren Earth being number 1. But this album, it's a perfect 10 out of 10. If you haven't gotten that already. It could be an 11 out of 10. I don't care. I want to listen to it again right now. And it's something special. Rarely is there an album that just blows me away when I first listened to it. I wasn't expecting much. Fool on me. I was a fool to go into a band in an album that I'd never heard of for the first time and not expect much. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to make that mistake anymore, because boy, does this band craft something extraordinary. And it just extraordinarily good. So I'm Jay Morse, Review Guy. I'm probably going to go listen to this album again. I'll talk to you guys next time. But until then, peace out. Tell me what you think of this album. So, see you next time. Farewell.
Oh no, what your mama gonna say when I tell her that I broke no heart? It's just things not the way that they used to be. Oh no, now you crying on the bathroom floor, and I guess it's the end. Well, I lost my mind and I lost